Hi, Johnny.
Let's do it.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. So this is for The Voice.
This is for The Voice.
The Voice, I'm old school, so I realize how iconic and important this is. So I asked you if you'd interview me.
Yeah, you did.
Because
That's a magic moment.
The Voice. You don't understand. It's a big deal.
It was. I wasn't even born when it began. Not to rub it in or anything.
Wow.
But I wasn't.
Okay. That's a great way to start a conversation.
My bad. Oh, anyway, let's just jump over that awkward moment. How are you feeling?
I'm fine, thank you. We're in Birmingham. It's the build-up to a big fight for both Liam Cameron and Benn Whittaker for different reasons. Benn Whittaker, the first time they fought, I think he overcooked it a little bit. Thought it's a done deal. It was pretty easy. Tried to impress out in Saudi Arabia. And walked straight through Liam Cameron. Didn't realise Liam Cameron had a bit more pedigree about him than what he expected, and made the fight harder than what it should have been for himself. Consequently, going over the rope in the 5th round, and people have treated him as though he lost, where he actually didn't lose. So now that he's trying to right a wrong, and in all reality, I don't think he really had to take this fight. And he could have moved on with his career, but he would still have been criticised. I remember David Haye, when he boxed Carl Thompson, got knocked out in his 10th professional fight. Never boxed Carl Thompson again. But look what David Haye went on to do: unify the cruiserweight title and win a heavyweight title. So I don't think Benn Whittaker had to take this fight, but as far as he's concerned, he has to right a wrong in his own head.
You don't think he should have taken this fight? I mean,
he didn't have to. He didn't have to.
Nobody has to do anything.
But for him personally, he's like, no, you know what? I got to fix this. So again, ego might have got the better of him, but this is show business, and sometimes fighters are their own worst enemy, and they want to get in situations where the businessman says, no, you know what? Maybe this is the best route for you. But we'll see. But I'll tell you one thing. I was here earlier on. I saw the ring entrance, the performance, the ring entrance. Oh my God, bad!
Oh really?
Honestly, 9:30. You tune in, or by the time this goes out, you know what I'm talking about. Unbelievable.
I mean, just want to come back to your point. Obviously, you said he didn't have to take the fight. He didn't have to take the fight. You also said he didn't lose. He didn't lose. He drew.
Yeah.
But in terms of what he came in as. How he's been raised up, how people viewed him, how they viewed his career, do you not feel like in some ways there is a loss in not showing up for yourself, thinking you're going to walk through somebody and not being able to pull out your best? Do you not feel like that's an internal loss?
That's part of our game. Our game, you learn every lesson there is to be learned in boxing. Sometimes you think it's a done deal. You think a hard fight's going to be an easy fight, and vice versa. You have to learn a lot about yourself. I think it's probably the best thing that could have happened to Benn, because with that attitude, it will only take you so far. But if you want to become a world champion and a world beater, you can't get in there with that attitude. You've got to go in the ring with respecting every man that's in front of you. You've got to give them the same amount of preparation you would give a novice to a world champion. And in doing that, you'll consistently keep winning. When you become complacent, that's when you make mistakes, like I think Benn did. Now, Liam Cameron's a Sheffield boy. He's a lovely guy. But Liam Cameron... in reality, with the skill set that Benn Whittaker has, this should have never happened. But Liam Cameron's a good fighter and he's raised his stock.
I agree, and I like playing devil's ad and asking the different questions. Who do you think is going to win tonight?
I think Benn Whittaker is going to put on a sharp shooting performance, but Liam Cameron is going to put on a good performance as well. His stock will rise, and that's not the end of it. Trust me, I think this guy can fight. He's a lovely guy. I met his father in the hotel. What a lovely man. I said, you want to be proud of yourself. Your boy's done you proud. He represented you, represent your family. Such a lovely guy. Fan base wise, Liam's loving the fame, man. Yeah. He's loving the fame, and I actually like seeing that success from fighters. I
love that for him, and I think everything that he's been through, I think he's got such a warmth about him that's so likable, and I feel like, I agree. I want the best for him. I'm rooting for the underdog in the sense that I want him to do well for himself, and I'm rooting for Benn because I want him to right himself. Yeah. Quick question about Fraser Clark and Tete. Obviously, last fight that Fraser had, he came off that horrible injury. Do you think this is a bit too soon? Do you feel like he might go in tentative, or do you feel like this is a good reopener back into his career after that injury?
Well, I don't know. It was probably about 6 months since this happened. So to us, the last time we saw him was 6 months ago in such a bad state. For Fraser Clark, he's had to live with this, dream with this, go through this with his friends and family, thinking, am I damaged? Can I do this? So it's old news for him. But this is the first time the boxing public have seen him, so we're still talking as though it was yesterday.
Yeah, true.
So I understand the frustration from Fraser's thinking, get over it, people. But he's got to understand from our point of view. Now, as a fighter, I saw that fight. Wow, that looked painful, career ending, and and this is from a place of love. It's from a good place. It's not writing a man off because I like Fraser. Fraser's a cool guy, but it's out of, so Fraser against Tete. This fight will be people watching Fraser, not Tete. They'll be watching how Fraser reacts to a shot, how he takes a shot, how his timing is, how his hand-eye coordination is. That's what we'll be looking on to see if that last fight, that was yesterday to us, but 6 months to Fraser, that's what we're going to be looking for. That's what we're going to be focusing on. You'd expect him on paper to win. You'd expect him to get the job done. But this is about Fraser, how that last fight has affected him.
I agree. And I actually think he'll go into this fight sharper with the awareness of what he's carrying from the last one. I think it will benefit him in a weird sort of a way. These things, happen to teach us lessons. I won't take up too much more of your time because I know you're a busy man. You've got lots to do. Thoughts on Eubank Benn next week? What are your predictions?
Wow. Again, I'm old enough to remember the drama between their fathers. You probably weren't even born then. And so now you see it playing out in real time with their sons. I think Conor Benn at one point, and I said, this guy is one of the fastest improving fighters I've seen in this country for a long, long time. Then his career hit a speed bump. He's not boxed for 15 months now, and all the controversy and scandal around his career has got to have. It's stubbed. It's cut his development down, and so he's lost good time in his career where he should have been developing as a fighter. He fought the fight, saying, "I am not put my hands up to this." This wasn't the case. He could have done what other fighters have done, took his licks and then moved on, and people develop amnesia. He wouldn't do that. So that makes you think, wow, that's a serious kind of commitment. Say, I ain't playing that game. How do I see the fight going? I wasn't impressed with Eubank's last performance, and I think if Conor got him with the Chris that got him the last time, I think Conor would have won. How do I see the fight going this time? I think Eubank, for him, Chris Eubank Jr., the first 6 rounds are important. They'll work for him, the weight and everything. The second half of the fight will work for Conor. Conor is attacking, he's ferocious, he's on point. So it's who's the fittest and who can weather the storm when the storm hits.
I think that seems to be the consensus vote at the moment between everyone. Is it going to be a fight of two halves? So very, very lovely to talk to you today, Johnny. I'm going to let you go because I'm sure there's lots of people that want to talk to you and lots of things you've got to do. So thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy your evening.
Voice, I've been watching.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice
Really
one.
appreciate it.